I'm really excited to welcome you to a 4-part series on sloping lies. We're going to talk about ball below the feet, ball above the feet, a downhill lie and an uphill lie. 4 sloping lies that are all delivered by my fantastic platform golf bay. To start with, let's crack on with the ball below the feet, and it's a lie that scares the heck out of many, many golfers. We've been schmoozed by the fact that this ball below the feet is going to cause the ball to slice to the right. It's going to cause you to swing more outside in. All of this absolute garbage. And one shot that people believe that they can't hit from a ball below the feet is a draw. Well, let me tell you, a draw is absolutely possible when you appreciate how we work as a human on a sloping lie. Let's understand what a sloping lie is doing to us. Anytime the ball is below the feet, it is pulling me down the slope. The ball above the feet, downhill lie, uphill lie, the force of that slope is pushing me in that direction. So this slope is pushing me in this direction. Now, if you've watched enough of my content, you will appreciate that I talk about force and energy all of the time. And as golfers, when we play off of flat lies, we are dead in our legs, we plonk the club behind the golf ball, and we swing away without any concern about what energy is being produced in this golf swing and the direction this energy is being forced in. If you want an insight into that after this video, go check out this one up here. The sloping lie with the ball below the feet is pulling me down the slope. It is trying to tip me onto the toes of the feet. So, in a game of tug of war, with the rope pulling me in that direction with the other people at the other end, you would sit back into your heels, you would angle yourself with your legs to push away. We need to set ourselves up in the same manner. So the minute we set ourselves to the golf ball, I'm already feeling I'm even more sat into my heels. So tip number 1 is getting yourself more into the heels of the feet at address so that you can start to prepare for when this club swings through, that it's going to pull you onto your toes. Because that happens anyway with a standard shot. Now, when the ball is below the feet, golfers immediately think that the swing becomes much steeper. Now, normally, if you've paid no attention to the slope, I would agree with that. It would pull you on the toes of your feet, the club would swing up, you would feel more off balance, you'd lift the club up and you'd swipe across it. If you didn't shank it, you'd certainly hit it with a big slice. But because you now recognize that this slope is producing force even more towards the toes of your feet, you're going to sense more weight into the heels of the feet. With the ball position, we were always told, move the ball a bit further forwards in your stance because you are swinging a bit more outside in. Don't touch the ball position. Don't touch it at all. It's the same swing. If you just oppose the force a bit more, you're going to be able to make exactly the same swing on a ball below the feet. It is really not difficult. So push the weight back into your heels. Now, depending on the slope, because they're all different elevations, we've got about 3.54 degrees of slope here. It's not too bad, to be honest. I'm going to feel a decent amount into my heels. Now, at that point, what that'll immediately make you feel is that your swing will start to feel more horizontal. It will start to make you feel like you can make your swing flatter. That's something that we would want you to feel on a ball below your feet. More into the heels, flatter feel that still allows you to create a path line that can swing from the inside. It's just opposing the direction the slope is pushing me in. So when the ball is below the feet and I've now got my weight into the heels of my feet, what I want to sense as I swing the golf club back, I want to feel like this right shoulder is going to stay under my left. It's going to feel like my right shoulder stays under my left. And in the through swing, it's going to feel a bit more that my left shoulder is under my right, because I'm trying to combat that force. If I make the same feel of my left shoulder down, my right shoulder high, it could have the opportunity to push you down the slope again. So we're going to feel like, as I make a backswing here, this right shoulder sits below my left shoulder, and my right shoulder sits above my left shoulder. So I'm right shoulder low in the backswing, left shoulder low in the through swing. So I'm trying to pitch my swing very much on this horizontal plane, almost fighting the angle that this slope is on, that allows me to feel balance in my swing so that I can use the weight in the heels of the feet to give me that opportunity to still feel like my swing circle stays on the same pitch, and the slope is not allowing my swing pitch to get too vertical. I'm sitting back and allowing it to get more horizontal, because that is exactly the feel that we're trying to encourage on a ball below the feet. Heels of the feet, right shoulder low, left shoulder low. Right shoulder low in the backswing, left shoulder low in the through swing. And you'll really start to feel, with this left shoulder low in the through swing, you'll really start to feel how that left heel is a little bit more pronounced than normal, because you're trying to sit up the slope. Everything about you is trying to sit up the slope as you're swinging. As the club gets into strike, I'm feeling more into my heels, more into my heels. I'm feeling my right shoulder low, I'm feeling my left shoulder low. So as I say, I'm really trying to make my swing circle feel as flat as possible, again, depending on the slope. The bigger the slope, the more I'm going to have to accentuate these feels. The less the slope, the less I need to feel it. So in summary, we put more pressure into the heels of the feet depending on the slope. The ball position doesn't change. We don't start aiming a long way left and a long way right. Forget all of that garbage. Just aim very, very straight. If you've got a ridiculous lie above your feet and a ridiculous lie below your feet, then you might want to start changing your alignment. But that's only because the loft angle is changing, because the more the ball is above the feet, you can appreciate that that 7-iron is now pointing to the left, but we would never get that high, would we? And the more the ball is below the feet, the more that loft is trying to point to the right, and so the more I tend to want to aim left. But if you're dealing with 3, 4, 5 degrees of slope, don't worry about it. It gets way too confusing. This will get and overcome the need to aim right and left. So to recap, into the heels, ball position and alignment stays the same. You're going to feel the right shoulder lower, the left shoulder lower, and you're going to feel like you are opposing the force of the club swinging out. Look at my toes, how light they are, to oppose the direction the club is swinging in. That's an exaggeration, but the more the slope, the more I'm going to oppose it. So as you swing, you then start to feel how you're working up the slope rather than being pushed down the slope. And I think the shots that I've displayed here, the 3 tips of opposing this slope.
If you're tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves, head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves trusted by tour players and elite amateurs alike. Use my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. you won't be disappointed.
They're going to make you hit shots like that. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for parts 2, 3 and 4. And that, my friends, is good coaching.